Probably true for me. Oh. Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day. Off we go. Adventure time!
Add Ast... Thank you for Add Astro...
Off we go!
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's...
Adventure time!
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of... no problems with this lamp. Good.
Off we go!
The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large... It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure... Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you. Fine, and I'll fly up with you. By the way, that depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukudavata or Lesser... Huh? Greater Lord... Oh! Is that the name of the... Greater Lord Rukudavata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around to the people of Sumeru. She's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, according to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Well, and then... You're not too... Yeah, I'm from... Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic. No, it's not that. I'm not trying... Because you... Wait, Amber? You mean... Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be sorry. Paimon thought the work of outriders was a little different from what... sorry. It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber's, so... How do you know that we've met... Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in one letter. She mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome... I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. Yep. So please know that you... I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away... That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Ruk... Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. We're friends after. Alright, you both have my thanks. Well, you two were up there cleaning.
Let's light it up!
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord with the name Dun? Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will flip. Nice work. That's a...
Off we go!
Kale, we're back! Welcome back! You must be tired. Yay, food! Well, hey, don't... I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita... no, not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine. Oh, whew. Those pitas are amazing! Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to... You really know how to cook. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's... Oh! So, Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for the... Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants. Sages from the... But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. Seems you already know him well. And Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking... In fact, Master's... Really? Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one... Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding. Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh, hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned. Hey! Now even Kale's... Ugh, that's it! No! Don't touch me! Oh, sorry, Kale. No, I just... Kale, are you okay? What's the matter? No, I'm... I'm fine. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden?
Adventure time! Ah, Traveler. You've
Yep, we're back.
Oh, Kale?
Oh, okay. Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem...
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari, what are you doing here?
I came to check on Kale's
You mean she's sick? How could she be...
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't.
So, Tainari, maybe she's in a better mood now.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not, well, because, and honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to but she insisted, saying you two treated her with
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's...
Elizar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and, at first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, in its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability...
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed...
What?
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for... I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar, however, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep...
Paimon...
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you.
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. I hope you'll get it. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you...
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care...
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that her stamina has gotten much worse recently, though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary. All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head in...
Yeah, we'd like to do something...
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place.
No problem.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilotpala lotus.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilotpala lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilotpala lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Cowpelata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day. Adventure time.
There should be Nilotpala. If you could manage to gather 4, we'll rendezvous here once.
Off we go. Adventure time.
All right, we've gathered enough Nilotpala lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari.
Let me have a look. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration...
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's gone.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. Let's go find out what's going on.
Adventure time.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going...
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol... Can you tell me...
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the...
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't...
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to...
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you...
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to...
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. As Amir said, only someone with a vision.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find... But you don't seem to carry...
Don't worry, he may not have a vision.
Seems the rumors about you were true then. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandhar.
Off we go. Adventure time.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered. Oh, Paimon.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're gonna have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we... Thank you. But I must warn you, even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience... You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
We go. Yeah.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
By royal decree.
Boring.
Booba, get them!
Now! Destroy the tumor of the withering!
We did it!
Yes. Thanks to you two.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well.
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increased. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, this presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many and most disturbingly, as the appearance...
Huh?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the No, None that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. By the way, have you heard of Irmin's? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing the Dendro Archon is known as the god of wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro, and as for the withering, its emergence is related to it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even though I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the witherings. All right, that's enough on this topic for.
Adventure time! Adventure time! Off we go! I call Tre? Benny.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back.
The withering zone you reported has. Huh? Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember.
Oh, her?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Huh?
Yes. Allow me to explain. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but I've got some emergency rations set aside for times.
Wait, you want us to bring her the ration?
Let's find out. Here. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? But wait, how?
Back when we were clearing the withering zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, that's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all, because what you saw is of significant importance. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irmin's soul. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead.
That sounds nice and all, but will...
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid Please, wait. Here, take these. It's a meal Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. No, I should be...
Out of the frying pan! Oz revealed! Eat this!
Why would anyone want... Forget it. It's not my concern.
Paisha should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. There you are! Hi, Paisha. There's no way we can get her to eat in her current... Huh? What happened? And where are we? Really? Wow, this place is huge! I knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind. What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Evil conquering! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here! Here! Useless!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Nice and spicy. Hey-ya!
Worthless!
Huh?
Out of the frying pan.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Huh? Teamwork is strict.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's...
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence, the bonds of love and family which... But don't you fret now. To...
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her? Oh, guess that. Anyways, we can... Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia.
I see. So I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me.
Well, actually, we were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there were...
Oh. I seem to understand now.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living...
Oh? So...
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some...
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves...
So, Hypatia...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, and at that very moment, in my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been... It wasn't until I crouched down next to them.
Oh!
And then I had a dream. I was convinced they'd never show up again. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But yes, no doubt about that. But...
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Alright, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu will feature...
sounds... Are you already finished cooking?
Let's light it up.
Tainan? Oh, it smells amazing.
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the... You should know that some researchers spent their entire...
So why does this incense
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients, since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap... That's all right. I'm sure you'll come to a clearer...
Makes sense. But
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of spirit-born ale would cause it. Not to worry, though. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation... I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from...
whoa, you're really...
As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection, which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumer sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without... That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure...
Whoa, so knowledge from Irmin...
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of... But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself. And they have the curious...
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place.
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Ah,
Yes, well, to an extent. Only the sages say that wisdom implies rationality. But that which... Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, the fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the... But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly... It was incredible. Though I don't expect then. I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. But I was free of fear. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City.
so, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. World, forget me. If only I could have said... if you two are ever in the area again, there's no need to be
Now that we know Hypatia is alright,
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that, as Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru's...
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here...
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came. I am merely a forest watcher.
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter has...
I see. Well...
Tainari, your master is an integral part...
And what exactly does my master...
You'll know
once.
And, how...
There's...
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to... If that's the case, then I'm...
Tainari, but
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was...
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to but all that can wait.
It was quite the eventful trip.
Very good. Now that the Traveler has made a full...
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord...
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't...
Well, do you at least know...
Let me think. Oh, how about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this.
Oh?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to...
Great! Next up, Sumer... That's right! Tainari, we have something...
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this she knew you two would be leaving soon.
Thanks, Tainari.
Farewell.
Off we go. Off we go.
If it's useful, I'll take it.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't... But I guess now there's no need to apologize, Kale. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition. Thank you. That means a lot. Oh? It's my recipe for pita pockets. Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little... I hope that whenever you eat them... Well then, trainee Forest Ranger Kale... entered the city,
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru's.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the... But no need to worry. That won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, as long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any... I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminal...
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was...
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an Here are your Akasha... To act activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself.
Oh, says this little doodad lets you access knowledge. May the mighty god Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on...
Exactly. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in... Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to... Oh, come on! Ugh. Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all... You... Huh. Could it be because we're outland? Well, seems no matter which way we try, he's from Sumeru, and even... Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me.
Great! You see, Tainari...
What? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most...
Here, this is a letter...
Oh, let me see. Ah! Ooh, seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? Sorry.
What? You too? But...
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. But all I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's...
Huh. Didn't expect...
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't...
Aw, but...
No need to worry just yet. I'm only And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not in this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia, or... Hey, come on!
Oh, Paimon's expert. So what do we do now? Even if we... Huh? Like who? Oh, you're...
Ad Astra Abyssos.
Catherine, we need you...
Understood. The event...
We want to meet with Lesser Lord...
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's... I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha.
Aww, another dead end...
Please, do not worry. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru. So an Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the
Corps of 30?
Supposedly, they are named as such because Asphalt, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find... You're welcome.
All right, off to the Citadel of Razor we go!
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you to.
It's nice to meet you, Osfond. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine, it's true that the Eremites network is...
Wait,
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about we originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me...
oh? Why is that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule in their eyes. She was the one who founded Sumeru. And because of the Academia's influence, most citizens, not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali, never makes an appearance. And the
Really?
But who knows? We're all just...
All right. But
no problem.
seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this...
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself.
Whoa, really?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind... Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who panicked by what he heard. The man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforest. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me.
Okay.
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the... At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every
Yeah, thanks for the story.
in a way.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser...
Of course. It's so... I'm terribly sorry, but it seems so...
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead. Let's see...
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top?
Did she have bandages?
Yes, that's her.
Yeah, she...
Quick, after her!
That should keep... There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you
You can relax now. We...
Really? Thank you so much. Uh-oh. Looks like they're...
Huh? More of them?
No, wait, my body isn't in... Okay, sounds good. There's a...
All right, let's...
They shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait! Stand down, Dia! My lady, who are these two? They're travelers that I met on the street. I see. In that case, you two should
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she My lady, let's get going.
And if I refuse to go?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going...
Hey! Dunyarzad already said...
Stay out of this. You don't Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents...
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen...
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, and knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt you.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limit, and I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done because she saved me. The love, this is my life and my last chance.
My lady, are you sure what you're...
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine. I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. But today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've...
I'm fine.
My lady, stop trying to look tough.
I'm sorry for worrying you two.
Sure! After you rest up.
If it isn't Dia. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani
You get used to it. How about...
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself?
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try...
How about our charcoal-baked Agelena cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived.
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the
Huh?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends. And my parents did. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Huh? Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But, can you make my illness go away? Oh. Then, can you be my...
After that, the voice said, although my body was suffering during those days, beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rain. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before, yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. But because of the Academia's influence, the Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. It is. It's sure the Greater Lord founded Sumeru. But hasn't Lesser...
Just remember that we're still out.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zeros Festival to this day. But recently, I made a friend that I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be...
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face.
Yes. Initially, I didn't... I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though.
No, that would be too much.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how...
But of course! Nilu will be thrilled.
Add Astro...
sorry I'm late.
Oh, Dunyarzad. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught.
You could say that, but...
Oh.
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest...
So you're followers from another land? That's wonderful. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started...
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I...
Probably? But don't sweat.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Huh. Last time
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We did.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asked.
The academia looks down on performers like us. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go home, thank the Dendra Archon for Dunyarzad, but the more she gave us, we hired someone. The stage is going to be even prettier when it...
And I can't wait to see you on the stage.
It's up.
Milu, what are you gonna...
She'll be dancing the...
Dunyarzad.
I only told them about the great...
Okay. Then I'll tell you too about how this holiday came. According to legend, the Sabzeruz festival was original a long, long time ago. On one of greater... Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the greater... As she danced upon the grass, count those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods... Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always... Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendra. Yeah.
Thinking about if my stage...
All of Lesser Lord...
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival.
So how about we all attend the Sabzeruz festival together?
Dunyarzad, look, everyone at the Grand Bazaar.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Whoa! Did you know that the...
Dancing at the Sub-Zero as a child. I even asked my grandmother. The Sub-Zero's festival has been losing its appeal over the years.
Huh. Revamping the stage for... I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot. I mean...
Things are really shaping up, and there's a bug. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru's... And when it comes to music...
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing.
I thought I'd add a little...
Wow, did you sew all...
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make... I've noticed that you... Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so that...
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like... Catherine! Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh?
Oh, hey! It's the travel...
Whoa! Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was...
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild, but
saying and doing the same old things over and over again. But take you two, for example. You travel across to that to enrich your lives?
Well, we enjoy traveling across to that and all that.
Yes. You should keep searching.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not particularly. I guess... Oh.
Alright, well,
I'm sure you two will get along well with...
there's something...
Hey, traveler.
Oh, hey!
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet lesser...
Are you serious?
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment.
Sounds like a... Let's head over to the Citadel of Razor and wait for Dia.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a...
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than...
It's called being a professional.
Look, Dia...
Listen, I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know... Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here?
I take...
We met this morning.
No kidding.
Rookshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru... since you...
Appreciate it.
Seth?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is...
I suppose that's one way to look at it. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important pack. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch...
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of... The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha. Now, if you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask...
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru's...
If you're also...
Count me out. I've got... And take it from me. If you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, there are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret."
You bet they are. King Deshret's been dead for thousands.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have... Well, traveler, that's about all.
Thanks, Dia. And since we've gathered all we could for the moment and...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival. So, be sure to get yourselves back here. Good. Then we'll see you
A fellow gambler.
Nice and spicy.
Where do you think you're
Worthless!
You're toast! Out of the frying pan.
Useless!
You want this one?
If it's useful, I'll take it.
Another test subject.
Jab and cross.
Huh? Nice and spicy. Oz revealed. Useless.
Going in! Let's light it up!
Booba, get them!
Have a little taste.
Boring!
I got careless. Fry.
There's quality here.
Here!
Useless.